Okay, let's talk a little bit about Iran then. Another just fabulous culture predating the Ottoman culture is the Persian Empire, or empire, not peoples. The empire predates the Ottoman Empire. And so the Persian culture was the height of civilization in the world. Back during the times when you wanted to send somebody, your son or daughter, to school, you would send them to a school in Iran because the Persian culture was absolutely on top, and Europe was in the dark ages. We're talking about the medieval times, the hundreds, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. So this is really a time when Persia was on top and the height of culture, with so many things developed in medicine, in philosophy, in astronomy, in just mathematics, everything, science, art, just amazing. So the Persian culture is enduring. Now, there was oil that caused there to be this association with the United States. And under these times, there was the Shah of Iran. Then in the 70s, there came a rebellion against this association, oil-based association, and the modernism that just brought a real kickback against it and a revolution. And then in came Ayatollah Khomeini and super strict regime and strict laws. Now women and men segregated, and just very, very traditionalist, and then became governed by fundamentalist Islamic leadership. And that's what is known as an Islamic state when it becomes ruled by Islamic leadership. And it is that way today. That's not that long ago, the 70s, when this happened. And even though the Ayatollah Khomeini, is not in leadership right now, still ruled by Islamic leadership. Now, an Islamic leader, the word for that is imam. And so there is there has been this antipathy between the Western places, such as the U.S. and Iran. There had been a lot of talk of the U.S. trying to determine whether the Iranis were developing nuclear weapons, and the Iranis claim that they're developing nuclear power and should be able to, because other places develop nuclear power. Why should they be able to develop it? And so there remains a very high degree of education in Iran. And in some ways, the people are just so cultured and very civilized, very, very high culture there remaining. Yet there is this very strict Islamic state at the same time. And so this is how Iran is today politically. And there remains, there have been attempts at talks between the United States. President Barack Obama is more open to discussion, and there have been talks to ease the tensions, and yet in some ways there remains tension between the U.S. and Iran, and also other places in Europe and Iran. Okay. So that will wrap up a very, very short and brief and teeny tiny overview of the regions of Nazwa, or North Africa, Southwest Asia. I really urge you to visit and experience the culture and immerse yourself. And I have plans to do so too. I'll bring my scarves with me, and thank you very much. And I really do want to visit. What country would I go to first? I would probably want to visit Turkey. So I think that's tops on my list. I have a friend, and actually a professor that was here. She's in Turkey now, so that will probably be at the top of my list. I really want to go to Iran too. I like places of ancient culture. Yemen, with its wonderful biology, something I didn't bring up, is that Yemen has a lot of creatures and trees, such as the dragon's blood, that are very, very different. So anyway, I urge you to travel to this region and to visit it. So happy travels.